Hi, this is Nancy with MSCR, and this is Pure Strength. And believe it or not, I am holding paper plates in my hands, so you're going to need some paper plates today. I just heard a lot of moaning and groaning, but you're going to make it through this because I've always told you in my classes, if you're working out at home, you gotta use your paper plates. So today you're going to use your paper plates. The other thing you can use today is weights. These are optional. You don't have to use them. You can use water bottles, you can use cans, you can use anything that's got weight, or you don't have to use weights at all. That's the great thing about these paper plates is you can get a great workout in without having to use weights. So I'm going to put these down and we're going to get ourselves warmed up first for our paper plate workout. Let's start with a few nice big stretching deep breaths in and out, especially if it's toward the end of the day and you're doing this. See if you can make yourself a little bit taller. Big breath in and exhale out. Let's take those shoulders back, big circles, up, back, down, forward. Oh, get those crunchies and cracks out. Let's take them forward because we can. Those shoulders move in every direction. Now, speaking of crunching and cracking, ankles. Let's move those ankles around a couple circles each way. Ankles are going to support us. And same thing, opposite side, ankles around in a circle, both ways, there you go. All right, feet apart, let's get that hula hoop going. Move the hips, move your low back. Good, just take it around and around. Switch directions, coming up the other way. Let's bring it back to center and go side to side. Try not to move your legs. Start to reach one arm up toward the ceiling, getting that big stretch along the side of your body. Oh, that feels good. Just to stretch and reach up. One more time each side. And then rotation, arms out to the side. You're going to take one arm to the other, open back up, and keep going side to side, pivoting on your foot. Good, getting that movement between your shoulders, along your back. Last one each way. There we go. All right, arms down, feet apart. We're getting our squats here. So getting that extra blood and circulation going through your legs, hips back. I know there's a chair behind me, but pretend there's a chair behind you too. And then let's start to reach up, getting the heart rate up a little higher. Last couple of squats. Nice. All right, let's come over to the side. If you got a chair, let's find that chair so you can have something to hold on to here. Once you take the outside leg back, we're going to get into lunge position and really stretch and open up through the front of the hip. This is especially important today because we're going to be taking that back foot back, sliding it back, and bringing it back up. So the hip flexor is going to get a little bit of work today. Now, what I want you to also do is take the arm, reach up and back, extend the stretch. You got both arms, we can take both arms up, keep the front knee bent. Oh, arms down. Now, back leg, let's bring that knee up. And just swing your foot back and forth. Good. All right, let's go to the other side. So again, taking the outside leg, stepping it back as far as you can, finding the stretch in the front of the hip. Sometimes we have to lean back a little bit, but keep that bend through the front knee. And then taking one arm or two arms up and back, big stretch. And then arms down, bring the knee up, swing the foot back and forth. All right, adductors, inner thigh muscles. These are some muscles we're going to work on today too. So extra wide stance, let's lean side to side. So if you haven't done this for a while, those muscles tend to get really, really tight. And after a few stretches on each side, it starts to loosen up, starts to feel a lot better. So you might even want to come down a little deeper in this stretch. Good, let's take it one more time each way. Excellent, bring those feet back in. And now, speaking of lunges, let's go some forward lunges. Let's do about 4 on each side, stepping forward, keeping the weight through the front heel, shoulders back. You should still be able to see me as you take these steps forward. Good, if you can't get all the way down in that lunge, just taking it as far down as what you can do. Let's go one more each side. Excellent. All right, opening and closing the hands. And then making a fist, let's circle the wrists around. And then let's circle the other way. Because we're gonna come down and do some push-ups. So, push-ups on your mat or on the floor. Hands at least as wide as your shoulders. I like to say edges of the mat. 10 push-ups, toes, or knees, or wall, or stairs, or chair. Wherever you do your push-ups, let's get a good 10 in, warming up the upper body muscles, biceps, triceps, back, chest, and shoulders. And then taking a nice stretch back. Lengthen the spine, reach forward. And then let's hit plank position next. So plank position, forearms on the mat, elbows under the shoulders. It's that straight line, head, shoulders, hips, heels. Holding, holding, holding. I'll get my handy dandy timer going. 30 seconds. Now, options. Knees wide, but let's make sure we're still straight line from the head to the knees now. The other way you can do this, keep holding. I didn't say stop yet. You can also do this up against the chair. So stepping back from the chair, straight line here. So again, head, shoulders, hips, heels. So if your hips are back, that's not feeling that tension in the tummy. That's 30 seconds. All right, relax. Take a nice stretch back if you're down on the ground. All right, next I need to get some bridges in here. So bridges, flip yourself over onto your back, arms out to the side of the T, and you're gonna press the heels down into the mat, lifting your hips up, and then roll your spine down. You've got 10 bridges on the chair if you're using the chair for your bridges. Feet are down, a little bit apart. You lift up those hips, and then roll back down, sitting back on the chair. 10 times, lift up and down. So this is really getting the hamstrings, the glutes, the spine, a little bit more movement, a little bit more warm up. 10 of those. And then you can give the knees a nice big hug. Down on the mat. We'll take both knees into the chest. Good. Roll on up. And now we're ready for paper plates. Oh, I'm so excited. One of my favorite sessions in my exercise classes is the paper plates. And we'll put the weights over there. So paper plates, they slide on the floor. So find yourself a surface, whether it's a wood floor or not a real thick carpet, but maybe a thinner carpet, that the paper plates can slide on. So we're going to start on one side of the chair. We're just going to need one to start with. And what I want you to do is just kind of slide that paper plate around. Get used to how it feels, how it slides. Now, we've got the chair here because it's going to give us some support if we need it. So, paper plate should be under the outside foot, the ball of the outside foot. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to slide that paper plate back into that lunge position we were just in and during that stretch. And then you're going to push your front heel down and bring that leg back up. So this outside leg stays straight and then stay straight coming back up. You want to move your body weight back with the paper plate and then back up. Very important. The heel is where all this work is being done. Pull forward. So you feel this in the glutes. Get about 8 more. Stretch back. Bring it back up. Yep, I'll keep doing them here with you back. Now you can always come behind the chair and just take a very small lunge back. Let the chair help you. So from this angle, you can just take that plate back and up. A little more supportive back here. And again, make sure that heel is pressing down. We're going to stay on this side of the chair. Our next one is we're going to take that leg out to the side. So we want to make sure we're really stable here. We're going to keep all the weight on the standing leg as we take that paper plate out and in. Just slide it out, slide it in. Here's where we're gonna work those inner thigh muscles. We're gonna go about 10 times. Go behind the chair, just use the same thing. Take it out and in, out and in. All the way out and in. So what you're working here, got the inner thighs, but you're also working the standing leg. Good, about 10 times. Shake out the legs. Oh, now we're really gonna feel the burn. We're gonna work some quadriceps. We're gonna do what's called a knee tuck. So to do the knee tuck, we're still keeping the paper plate under the ball of the foot on the outside leg. Let's get back into that lunge position. Stay here. Now, standing leg, this knee does not change. We're gonna hold this, and we're just gonna bend the back knee and bring the plate in and out, in and out. You can see my body's not moving up and down. This leg's not changing. This leg is holding. This is the leg we're working right now. In and out, in and out. If you don't want to use the chair, you might be able to do a runner, but just make sure this leg does not change. Let's do about 12 to 15 repetitions. Stand up. If you were behind the chair, same thing. Just get a little more support with the chair. All right, we're shaking the legs out. Whew. Now we get to go to the other side. And again, let's place that paper plate under that foot, outside foot, kind of slide it around a little bit, get used to the feel. All right, first one is we have our backwards lunge. So outside leg stays straight, front knee bends, back. We're moving the weight back with us. Front heel, push down, bring the leg back forward. Slide back, hold forward, feeling it here. Standing leg, glutes and hamstrings. We're going about 10 times. Slide back and forward. Again, coming behind the chair, need some more support. Just not quite as deep of a lunge. Same things apply though. Push the front heel down. Getting our 10 repetitions in. Shake out the legs. Alrighty, we gotta go to the side. So, paper plate stays under the ball of foot. Straight leg out to the side and up. Side and up. Good, 8 to 10 repetitions. Again, you can go behind the chair, get a little more support, hold on to it. Working some of those littler muscles in the legs that we don't always hit specifically with squats and lunges because we've got a lot more support going on that we need. All right, take a breather, wiggle the legs around, circle the hips. Last one on this one is our knee tucks. So outside leg goes back. We're holding this lunge position. Standing leg with the bent knee stays put. Don't move it. Back leg, bend the knee, tuck that foot in and out, in and out, in and out. 12 to 15 times on our knee tucks. Don't have all the weight in the front toes. Make sure it's back in your heel. I hope you're counting because I am not counting. Let's go about 3 more. Oh, now, moan and groan, shake them out. So legs, we did our standing lunges, knee tucks. We got one more for the legs, and that is our hamstring curls. And we'll do those down on the floor. Scoop my mat this way a little bit. All right, so what you're gonna need, you're gonna need 2 paper plates this time. And you're gonna sit at the edge of your mat. Paper plates now go under your heels, okay? So, on your back, from here, we're gonna bridge up. Now, option, easier option, straighten one leg and bend, straighten and then alternate right and left. The harder option, which is my favorite, hips up, straighten both legs, bend both legs, bring your hips back down. So hips up, straighten, bend, back down. Arms are at your side for support. Up, out, bend, and down. Now, we're only going to do about 8 of these. If you are in the chair, move my mat. So from the chair, You're gonna do these one leg at a time. You're gonna come up so you're supporting your weight up here. And you're just gonna do your hamstring curls from here. Straighten and bend, straighten and bend, okay? About 8 on each side. And that's gonna finish off paper plates with the legs. So if you've got a water bottle, grab a sip of water right now. And then we get to go to upper body, which involves a lot of push-ups. So on our push-up activities, you're gonna need your mat. You can also do these up against the wall. I'll give you some wall options for these, but you're gonna need both plates. And the plates are gonna be under your hands this time. Now, if your plates like to stick to the floor a little bit, you're gonna place your thumbs underneath those plates so that you can help to push them out. So from either your toes or your knees, I kind of recommend knees to start with. But you can do toes. You're gonna slide one arm out to the side, do your push-up, slide the arms back in. Here's where that thumb tuck might be needed. Slide to the side, do your push-up, slide back in. And just keep going side to side. And if you are on the wall, it's a very similar movement, except you won't be using the paper plates. You're gonna go one side, push up, and the other side, push up. All right, so you're just kind of moving your hands one side to the other on those wall push-ups. Again, 4 each side, 5 each side. And just kind of shake out those hands, roll the wrists around. And now we're gonna hit the triceps. We're gonna do a tricep push-up using the paper plates. But what's gonna happen is instead of sliding the hands to the side, we're gonna slide one hand forward. So definitely recommend the knees on this one. So hands start directly under the shoulders, so we're pretty narrow. One hand will slide forward, the other elbow is gonna hug the body, and then you're gonna push the kind of the heel of the hand down, push it back in. So slide one forward, push. So the hand that's staying put is the one that's pushing down. You're getting that tricep work. One plate forward. So you're really working the hand that's staying back. On the wall, you're doing your tricep push-ups, hands start together, and then elbows go toward the floor. So, hands are here, forearm goes on the wall, elbows toward the floor. That's your tricep push-up. So these are harder because your triceps are smaller muscles. 8 to 10 repetitions of these triceps. So if you're doing the paper plates, you're doing 4 or 5 on each side. These are, yes, these are harder. Shake out the hands when you're done. Next, do some arm circles. So from a kneeling push-up position, now just a reminder on that kneeling push-up position, we don't want to be on all fours with the butt in the air. We want to make sure we've got that straight line going. Head, shoulders, hips, okay? We're gonna make some arm circles from here. So it's kind of like in the Karate Kid, the wax on, the wax off. Make some big circles all the way around. All right, on the wall, you're gonna do the same thing just without the plate. So in your push-up position, you're gonna lean forward and you're gonna take a big reach around, all the way around, making that big circle. Let's do both directions. So when you go to switch, you're gonna, instead of coming up and around, you're gonna go down and forward. Down and forward. All right. Against the wall, hands are going the opposite way of what they went the first time. So leaning into the wall. This is more of a core exercise. All right, again, 4 or 5 each side, each direction, so we're doubling up on that. All right, take a little breather, shake out the hands. That was good upper body work. Biceps, triceps, chest. So let's do some core work next. We're gonna start with some easy sit-ups, paper plate sit-ups. So what you're gonna need to do is on your mat or on the floor, you're gonna have one paper plate on either side of you, all the way down, feet down, and you're gonna keep your arms straight as you come up as far as you can, kind of to that sticking point, pushing the plates forward with your fingertips, and then coming all the way back down. So up, push the plates, and down. Sit up, and down. Now if you're on the chair, don't need paper plates, but for this one, I'm gonna have you sit at the edge of the chair, hands across the chest. You're gonna lean back till you barely touch the chair, and then sit back up. Lean back and up. So you're not resting against the back of the chair. You're using your abdominal muscles to keep everything nice and tight. And we're going about 12 to 15 repetitions on this one. So working through our core muscles, getting them warmed up. Again, push and back. Push and back. Up. And then after those, just kind of take a nice long stretch, arms above your head, legs out straight. Nice deep breath in and out. All right, let's sit up. Next, we're gonna do some side bends. You only need one paper plate for these. But if you've got a mat, you're gonna sit at the edge of your mat. And the paper plate, you're gonna have that again. That thumb's gonna tuck under to the side. Make sure both hips stay down on the floor. And you're just gonna reach to the side and up. Now, you're gonna want a tendency for that hip to pull up. Make sure it stays down. And then just reach the opposite arm up. Here, if you want to use a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell to push up overhead. And we'll go about 8 to 10 on each side. Now, if you're in the chair, you're just doing your regular side bends. You can use a water bottle, anything you want, and just keeping both hips down on your chair. What we do on one side, we must do on the other side. Stretch. Again, let's keep that hip down on the chair. Hip your back down here. And take that paper plate, slide it. 8 to 10 each side. Let's go 10 to 12. We can do a few more of these. All right, now those are the easy ones. Let's grab both paper plates. It is time to get into plank position. Now, plank position, I need my feet on my plates now. So I'm placing my toes in the center of each plate. And in plank position, I'm down. I can either be down on forearms, or if you're more comfortable, you can come all the way up. I'm gonna stay down here. And all I'm gonna have you do first is just take straight leg out to the side, one side and then the other. One side and then the other. All right, let's do about eight to each side. And then if you are doing plank position on the chair, you can do it on the side of the chair here, just stripping one side to the other. Or if you are doing plank position behind the chair, okay, here, just take that leg out to the side. All right, take a breather, because now we get to do both legs at the same time. So paper plates, back under my toes. Again, I can be here, I can be down here. Let's take both legs at the same time, so we get to work some inner outer thighs here at the same time. All right, both of them out and in. I want you to do 20 of these. Now, if you're using a chair, you get to do the same thing from here, plank position, out and in. All right, get those 20 in. Oh, we're breathing hard. That's good. Working our core muscles. Plank position is our best core exercise. And with the paper plates, it makes it just even that much better. Next, plank position, knee tucks. So you can do one knee at a time. Bring that knee into the chest. You can do both knees, but just make sure we're not taking those hips way up. Want to leave the hips down, tuck the knees in and out. We've got about 10 knee tucks. Same thing from the chair, on the side of the chair. If you're using the chair, around the side, so it's even better. Chair, counter, tuck the knees in and out, in and out. All right, we got 10, 12 of those. Almost done, almost done. All right, our last one is the V-up. So if you can't do the V-up, then you can do some outside knee tucks. So for the V-up, instead of bringing that knee in, your hips are going to lift, keep the legs straight, up, and then back down the plank. All the way up, and down the plank. So if you're not doing that one, you can just bring the knee to the outside of the elbow instead of bringing it straight in. That'll be another option for you. Hips up, and hips down. On the chair, come over to the side. So you got your plank position. Slide the legs in, slide them out. Slide them in, slide them out. Or again, just bring that knee to the outside of the elbow. That is your other option. And then, I think we are done with these paper plates. So we got the legs, we got the upper body, we got the core muscles. Guess what we get to do now? We get to stretch. Finally. All right, we're going to start with the hip flexors because we got those lunges that we started with. So let's take that outside leg back. And we're going to hold this stretch, the hip flexor. Help bring the leg forward during our lunges. Placing the heel down, getting that calf stretch as well. Good, always holding our stretches 15 to 30 seconds or longer. So feel free to hold these stretches much longer. And let's bring that leg forward. Let's go to the other side. Finish up our hip flexors first. And taking the outside leg back, heel down, calf, hip flexor. Options if you don't feel a big stretch in the front of the hip. You can lean those shoulders back, bigger bend through the front knee. You can also tuck the pelvis under. Again, hold, hold, hold. Bring the feet together. Let's go behind the chair. We're just going to do an adductor stretch, so our inner thighs. We're going to hold instead of going side to side, holding that stretch. And that was from when we took the leg out to the side. Good. Switching sides. We're going to go 2 or 3 times on each side, but holding 5 to 6 seconds each side. Going back to that first side. Good. Again, feel free to do a few more rounds of these stretches. Bend the knees. Let's come on up. Quadriceps. No, this is from our knee tuck. This was the leg that we were standing on, so let's bring the foot to the hand. You can also just put your foot up onto the chair. Bring that hip forward. So options for your quadricep stretch. We'll switch sides. So hopefully all these videos that you're doing with MSCR, they're keeping you in shape, keeping you healthy, keeping you moving until we can get back together again in our classes. Good. All right, come on, sit down. We'll do our figure 4 hip stretch. Both feet flat on the ground, crossing one foot over the opposite knee or up as high as you can get it. Options here for stretching. You can push your knee toward the floor. You can lean forward and or you can lift the heel of the foot that's on the ground. You can also maybe move the whole stretch over that way because you'll feel that shift in the stretch. This one especially is one we should be doing every day for the hips. While we're here, just give that ankle a couple of circles around. We'll slowly release out of that stretch. Do a few windshield wipers back and forth with the knees. And then we'll Do the same thing on the opposite side. Same options here, pushing the knee toward the floor gently, leaning forward and or lifting the heel of the foot that's on the floor. And again, you can kind of shift that stretch over toward the foot. Slower, deeper breaths, let the muscles relax. Feel free to hold this as long as you want, as long as it's at least 15 to 30 seconds. Releasing here. Good. Let's just take the arms back. Really stretch back from all of our push-ups. Different types of push-ups with the paper plates today. Good. I'm going to have you press your palms together and bring your hands above your head and behind your head, stretching through the triceps. Another option is placing just the back of the hand on the back of the shoulder, the hand on the back of the shoulder. Doing each arm individually. Otherwise, both palms pressed together. And then let's bring the hands forward for our wrist circles. So your index fingers are making a figure eight like they're conducting the orchestra as you bend at the wrist. Bend at the wrist, flip them around. And then to switch directions, palms start facing you, pinky fingers roll in toward you. Good, arms down, let's roll the shoulders, sit up tall, look to the right and to the left, drop ear to shoulder, one side then the other. All right, strength, let's take one more nice big deep breath all together, reaching up tall, full complete exhale down. And I want to thank you for playing with paper plates. Do not serve dinner on them tonight because they might be a little bit dirty, but do save them because you can do these anytime you want at home with these paper plates. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.